Welcome, Guadalupe. Welcome, everybody, to the February Professional Mentor Webinar. Our guest today is Guadalupe Torrijos, who
Yes.
works for, all right, got it right. The hardest part of my day is done. No. Guadalupe works for Milwaukee Public Schools, and just a quick aside, I graduated from Milwaukee Public Schools many years ago, and I attended a resource room for elementary school, 53rd Street School, and then junior high and high school was actually in the same building, which was John Marshall High School, which I believe is Morris Marshall now. And in that school, I had an itinerant teacher. So,
Nice.
welcome, Guadalupe.
Thank you, Dave.
So this is going to be a kind of interview style. So I will start out with the first question. So please begin by telling us a bit about yourself, your job title, what your job involves, and how long you have worked there.
Well, I am a paraprofessional. I'm in Milwaukee Public Schools. I work for, right now I'm at the Milwaukee High School of the Arts full time. Um, I work closely with the teacher, with the vision teacher. So I work with visually impaired kids um, most of the day. I divide my time, sorry, between several students. I go with each of them to their classes. I put their materials in braille or in a testable format. I am totally blind myself, so as let's say that sometimes I go with two students to Spanish, then later I go with another student to English, theater, you name it. Um, I also assist the vision teacher with um, like the assistive technology part, since I am a user. Um, and I've been working here, well, for MPS 3 years. I also go with to field trips with them, and the only two classes that I don't go is to science and math because they're very visual. So the vision teacher goes with them to those classes, and I also go to score some of the students to lunch, and um, I help them with their work, and I believe that's what I do most of the time.
Sounds good. Thank you. The next question, can you explain the path that led you to this job?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I am from Mexico, so and in Mexico I had a vision teacher myself, and when he was thoroughly blind. Um, so when I found out that he was thoroughly blind, I was like, I can do this. I can do if he can do it, I can do it. So when my family and I came to the United States, um, I went to a regular school because I didn't know what was a regular school. I went in Mexico. I was in a school where all students with different abilities went to. So it was just for them. There was no regular classes for us, nothing like that. So when I came here and I joined the school with regular classes, and I had a vision teacher. Um, then I was like, I kept dreaming about becoming a vision teacher one day. Um, so I went to college after high school, and then my somehow my plans changed. So instead of going like for my degree of for vision teacher for a TVI, I studied medical interpreting. So I was like, well, it was my family also encouraged me since I am bilingual. Um, then I'm like, no, this is not for me. I still want to be a vision teacher. So I had several jobs. I did an internship at Able for a summer. Then I worked for um, at Beyond Vision. Beyond Vision employs people who are blind and visually impaired. And I work at their call center and assembly and packaging department. I did several jobs at Beyond Vision, but I was still um I still wanted to be a vision teacher. I still wanted to work with the kids. So when my former O&M teacher, Julie Hitman, told me that there was an opening for a paraprofessional at one of the MPS schools, I was like, yeah, that's for me. And she's like, apply for it. And she's like, I will talk to the principal. And she gave me a ride to a job fair. And so thanks to her, I am where I am now.
That's very cool that you were able
Yes.
to realize that dream from such early in life.
Yes, I was 7 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. The next question, please share some of the greatest rewards and challenges to your job.
Sorry. Sorry, someone went on the microphone. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yep.
I
Um,
apologize.
please, you're good. Please share some of the greatest rewards and challenges to your job.
Um, well, some of the rewards that I have is like I have been working with some of the students for years. I was uh before coming to Milwaukee High School of the Arts, I was at the Gainesland Elementary School. They go from K to 8th. So I know some of those students since I was in Gainesland, so it's rewarding to see how they have mature, how they have like some of them still do not want to do the work, but we're working on it. Um, it's great when I like tell them how to do something and they um Braille note, Touch Plus, or any of the Braille displays, and they're like, okay, got it. And since then they memorize how to do like opening a document or creating a document, and then they won't ask me anymore, but that's I'm happy to help them with that. I don't um I also, well, one of my challenges is the visual materials. Like when I go to their classes and nothing, they don't have anything, and they're like, the teacher is like, look at the board and get the and write everything down that is on the board. I'm like, how am I going to help them with this? So I talked to the teacher, and the teacher is like, okay, I if they have it saved on their like on a Google Doc, they'll send it to me, and I can go from there. Um, most sorry. Uh, that is my biggest challenge with with this job. Other than that, everything is great. I love it.
Nice. What are some of the blindness skills that lead to success in your job?
Since I am working with visually blind and visually impaired students, I had to know Braille, how to use the assistive technology such as the screen readers, Braille displays, and so those are the biggest ones. Um, what else? The iPad with voiceover. Um, I did to in order to put the Braille their materials in Braille, I had to learn how to use the embosser, which as soon as um Julie Haidman, because she's the AT person for the district, taught me how to do it. I'm a like fast learner, so I learned it very quickly. So those are the blindness skills.
I assume you know Spanish Braille as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, who are some of your mentors and how did they influence or motivate you?
That's a good question. I love that question. So to begin with, my first mentor was my uh, vision teacher in Mexico. Uh, like I said, whenever I saw that whenever I learned that he was totally blind, I'm like, I can do this, even though my family be, didn't believe it at the time. Um, when when um when we moved to Milwaukee, um, they realized that there were more opportunities for me here, and my mom started believing that I could do stuff. Um, another mentor is Julie Hidman. Um, she's great. She every time she's like, "Oh, let's go here for a O&M lesson." My mom is like, "Yeah, go, go." So thanks to Julie Hidman, I know how to travel independently. I she's whenever I have an issue, she's like, I call her and she's like, and she'll say, you can do this. I'll give you some suggestions, but it's up to you to do it. And Another mentor is my vision teacher from high school. She's also one of the persons I look up to, and sometimes I call her if I have questions, and my coworkers.
Nice. Looking back to when you were a high school student, what would you tell yourself, or what might you have done differently?
Um, I didn't like high school, and I had a lot of issues, like self-esteem issues when I was in high school. So I would tell myself to be. I was very shy as well, so I would tell myself um to be more. Oh my God, more outspoken. I would tell myself to just get up and ask questions. If it was very hard for me to make friends too. S- Uh, I was friends only with the visually impaired, my visually impaired classmates. So I would tell myself to just go to someone, to another classmate, and ask them for their name and start talking to them, to like stop being shy and just get up and do whatever I and the other students did. Um, One of the students that I work with right now, he doesn't care. He just goes, even in the hallway. He if he can't find his way around, he will shout, "I can't do this! Help me!" I would do the same. I would do the same as him. I'm like, I wish I could go back and do that.
Self-confidence.
Yes, he's very confident and he doesn't care.
I think we had a question in the chat.
I'll read questions at the end.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so I have one more question, and then I actually have some follow-up questions. So
that's
hopefully other
fine.
people have questions too. Um, so since these webinars are geared towards youth, transition youth, um, what is the most important advice that you can share with young job seekers?
My advice would be to go out into the community, to businesses, and volunteer. Like, think about what you want to do later in life and go and find somewhere to volunteer. Like, if you want to be a teacher, you can, like, if you have a friend that knows a teacher, you can ask a friend, or you can just call one of the schools and ask if you can volunteer. You can shadow the teacher for a while. Um, and if you find somewhere to volunteer, take the take the pretend like it's a real job. Be on time. Be be ready to um to do the job. Do the job. Be punctual. Be just complete the job, because you never know if that's where you're going to end up working later on. That's what I did when I was in when I got out of high school I'm sorry, when I got out of college, that's what I did. I volunteered for some of the schools working with the vision teachers as well. So just go and volunteer and take it, like, make sure that is what you want to do. Even if you don't like the job, just try it. Try it for a while.
And that's how you learn from different experiences.
Yes, that's how you get your experience. The
Well, thank
skills.
you. That was
Thank you.
that was. Did you have something else to say? I'm sorry.
That's how you get the skills, the
Yes.
knowledge that you need.
Well, thank you. April, do you want to go ahead and ask questions? And then I have a couple questions myself. So
Sure. Trisha first wanted you to know that she thought volunteering is a good way to get your name known, and she just
Yes.
loves that. And she was wondering, did you join any clubs or groups when you were in school?
In high school, no, because I was very shy and I didn't think I was going to be able to. Uh, I I don't know. I thought very low of myself back then, even though I had a great vision teacher and a great O&M teacher. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to participate fully.
That's okay. I think we're all sometimes shy and unsure of ourselves. Does
I
anybody
definitely was in
else?
high school.
Yup. Does anyone else have some questions you'd like asked? You can pop them in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and ask. I have a question, Guadalupe. What would you like to do from after this? Are you planning on trying to advance your career, or are you happy where you're at working with
N-
students?
I am happy. However, I do want to go back to school and finish my degree and become a vision teacher.
Did you go to NIU?
I want to go to NIU, but
Okay.
I want to finish my special ed. I want to get my special ed license first.
Okay.
I'm thinking one of the Alberno, Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
and then do my master's at NIU.
Cool.
So do you have a bachelor's right now?
No, I want to finish it. That's what I want to finish first.
Anyone else have some questions for Guadalupe?
So I just find it really interesting that you went to school in Mexico and had a vision teacher, but you said it was you said there were not other blind and visually impaired students at that school?
There were.
Oh, there were.
It was a school where any student with any like different ability could go. Like, it was just for students with different abilities, not
Oh,
for
okay.
sighted kids.
Gotcha. So,
It was.
did you you learn Braille there?
I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And did they have like, did you have an IEP? Do you know? Did they
No,
have that in Mexico?
no, they don't. They back then they didn't. They didn't. I don't know now.
When
So
did you start learning cane skills?
in Mexico too.
Okay, cool.
The same vision teacher. He was also the O&M teacher.
Cool.
Yes. And going back to the blindness skills, um, My favorite writing tool is the slate and stylus. That's how I learned to learn Braille.
Nice.
Yes.
I still use it too, not that often, but I do, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, some of my coworkers, some of the vision teachers are like, "How do you do it? How could you like it?" I'm like, I love the slate and stylus. In my opinion, I think kids should start learning how to Braille with slate and stylus, but that's just me.
I agree.
So we have some more questions popping up here. What is the biggest difference from Mexico and the US with vision?
Um, huh, good question. I'm not that sure. N I'm not sure anymore. Back then it was um just the Braille. The contraction, they don't have contractions. We do have contractions over here. So I think, as far as I know, that's yeah, that's what I know. I'm not sure if things have changed.
So it was
So
oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
go ahead.
So it was the Spanish Braille was different than when you learned the English Braille?
Yes, yes.
So
I was like,
I assume you just started learning English Braille when you moved to the US.
yes,
Okay. Was
yeah.
it like a huge change, or was it easier, like learning contractions?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know what was that about. I didn't understand back then because it was the language barrier too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I didn't.
So now I assume you work with students who are also Spanish speakers. So do you work with
No,
no?
no.
Okay.
Not yet. Not as not right now. I
Okay.
I go to like the kids that I work with are learning Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's something that you really love about those students?
their confidence that they don't care. They just go. If they want to talk to another person, they just turn around and they start asking for their names and phone numbers, and when you realize they're already friends with that person, with that student.
So were you in a big city in Mexico?
I'm from Mexico City.
Okay. Oh, huge city, right?
Yeah, city.
So how's like, or you maybe didn't do much orientation mobility at
No,
early age, but is it like accessible as far as like traffic crossings and things like that?
no, nothing like that. Only in school.
Yeah. Okay.
Trisha has another comment for you, Guadalupe. She says that it's wonderful that kids learning Spanish get to have you and work with you.
Thank you.
I agree.
Me three.
Me
Do
four.
you what technology do you use now? Like Braille? Do you use like Braille Note or?
Yeah, I have a Brown Note Touch Plus, and I use JAWS for the screen reader.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Did you have JAWS in Mexico?
No, they didn't believe in having technology, or they
Okay.
only have one Braille writer
Oh,
for 14 kids.
no wonder why you learned Slate and Stylus.
I know, right? But I love it.
Do you ever use the Spanish voice on JAWS?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah. I try to keep up with my skills, my Spanish skills.
That's good.
Another question, what kinds of things do you do for fun right now?
Right now, I read. I like to read. I love to read. With like, I just Braille display to read if I want to read in Braille, or mostly it's audiobooks.
Mhm.
Um, wow. I do. I go out with friends. Um, I recently joined Bold.
Oh, cool. I was
So
part of Gold when I
yes,
lived in Milwaukee.
yes.
Do you have a favorite author
Uh,
or type of book that you prefer to read?
I don't have a favorite author. I read anything from mystery and thrillers to comedies and all of that.
So do you prefer reading in Braille or audio?
Um, both.
Yeah.
Maybe audio most. I read in like audio books most of the time, more than Braille, unfortunately.
Yeah. I use Braille more for practical things, and
Yes.
occasionally we'll get a Braille book, but it's just easier like downloading the books from Bard.
Yes, it is easier now. It used to be a little complicated, but it's easier now.
Right. Is that it for the questions?
I don't have any more questions that have come up.
There's another one.
Uh-oh, one more.
Oh, yep, one more just popped up. Where do you want to see yourself 15 years from now?
Being a vision teacher working with little kids. I love working with little kids. Not that I don't love my high school kids, but I love little kids.
Nice.
That's amazing.
You're my kind of girl. That's
Thank
my
you.
age group.
Yes.